close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressive to watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Pins on the jacket, the man's abundant. The point of the road was banned and rugged. Hushing, I'm plotting on pants in London. The products are not being scared of some judgment. Gotta stay in the cut you off if you ain't making the cut. Couldn't tell you who the hell is behind us. You start to forget when you stay in the front of it's up. And it's up for grabs, no remorse for who I'm taking it from. Numbers I give on my scoreboard is the only form of us staying in touch, that's staying enough. It's time to receive for all of the favors I've done. Too late for y'all to switch teams, everybody getting big leagues. Product flying out the shelf, what's in store for us? Known to hit a hole in one, look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whatever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressive to watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Shout out to Steve. The boy getting love from the harsh critics. Strauss hit me bi-weekly, the time he keep taking it further. You aren't finished and I gotta listen. Ain't he son of believing and see that I'm actually breathing and doing it real time. Love to pull an idea out there and there, act on it and profit in real life. If we not aligned, don't present me a dotted line. Yeah, I'm a QB, but I ain't handing on nothing for someone to monetize. And it goes to the birds too, can't give it a time of a dollar, so cut her eyes. They get X'd out for they had the potential to be my ex. I know all the plays, I'm a seasoned vet. Yeah. Always showing up, known to hit a hole in one. Look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whoever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressive to watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all out, Iwo Jima got one flag. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time? Look, some people love me, and they don't even know I have a hard time loving myself. Some people judge me, and they don't even know I have a hard time judging myself. Life gets ugly, but I grab a paintbrush and paint a pretty smile on myself. Mouth stay shut even when I need help. In too deep in the water, Mike Phelps. Swimming lessons, I still got many unanswered questions. Sick of the anger, sick of depression. Wanna be grateful, count your blessings. Just give me my salad, you keep the dressing. Cause I'm cream of the crop, he paid the price, I'm worth a lot. He told me go, why would I stop? Rest on my thoughts, jump off the tire rope. Elo Brown with the frog splash. Leaps of faith, what I call that. If you hit my line for the old me, when I hang up on you, don't call back. I ain't gon' block my blessings, I'd rather block your number. Life taught me so many lessons, Been down bad, never under. That's breath in my lungs. Some people die young, where I come from. Woke up and gave thanks to Father and Son. Filled with the Spirit, I shine like the sun. Ghost in me, but I ain't haunted. Bad vibes, keep them, don't want it. Pride hard to swallow, doggone it. And you were really never my opponent. I'm fighting evil, man, they hearts black. They wanted my life, told them back. Got an itch for sin, can't scratch that. Keep the truth loaded in the black gap. Just know if I said it, I'm in it, and they gon' take it back. Learn the game brighter than my granddaddy's Cadillac. Young man, old song, imagine that. Ain't in my control, gotta pray, let them handle that. God hit my line, get me to play. Roger that, gang torn, alright, you hate like a running back. If you ain't catch everything I said, better run it back. Eating up this beat, break bread, where your sandwich at, y'all. Thought I was done? No, this beat ain't like Kobe, I'm too full. My God, sick old mode, he too cold. I'm skating on beats, froze on with the flow.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand, like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go. Here we go, on the road, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, I don't know what that was. Mrs. Candles, I was just talking to Mrs. Candles. Sometimes you gotta refill her, you know? You gotta re-inflate Mrs. Candles. But what is going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning in on today's live stream and spending your precious time here with the CandleMafia and your boy, Frankie Candles, to do 2 full hours of TA. Shout out to Crypto Crabman. He knew that Mrs. Candles needed air. I don't know what happened there, guys. I don't know what happened. But shout out to the CandleMafia. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. As I said, and as always, we got the best crypto community on YouTube, and I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera. I truly mean that. But, guys, we got an amazing show for you tonight as Bitcoin starts to cool off from its pump yesterday. Is this just a healthy cool-off before some more upside, or is this a little bit more worrisome? Are we going to break those lows and come back down towards that $28,000 area? And that's why we're here. We are here to figure that out. We're going to be taking a look at that, the key levels to the downside that we have to keep our eye on. They really haven't changed too much, guys. We're going to be looking at that $28,000 level. There are a couple other levels to take a look at, but we will also be taking a look at the possibility of getting a continued move to the upside. We'll take a look, as always, at the bearish case and the bullish case, and then I'll let you know which way I am leaning. And, yeah, it's going to be a good show. Then halfway through the show, guys, we will be taking a look at those altcoins. I don't know what's going on today, guys. It is 1,000 degrees in here. We got the AC fixed, guys. The AC guy was here the other day, and it's 2,000 degrees in the studio. Hey, Johnson AC Company. I'm kidding. That's not their real name. Come back and fix this thing. But, guys, we're going to be taking a look at those altcoins towards the end of the chart. Towards the end of the show, or about halfway through. Oh, shout out to Raven. Thank you for saying that. Raven 3-Eyed said, why don't I see anything in the Lux Algo chart? At Tony D. Sometimes, guys, that goes down. It's like unavoidable. Once in a while, it will go down, and we have to redo it. But shout out to Tony D. Says, Frankie Candle's cooking segment on the live stream where I make actual sauce. It's not a bad idea. And you guys know, Tony's half Greek, half Italian, so he's probably got some pretty good sauce. So shout out to Tony D. We'll have to get that going. Sunday sauce with Frankie Candles and Tony D. I kind of like that, actually. We'll talk about low-cap gems while you cook sauce and I watch, because I can't be caught dishing out any other sauce but my mother's sauce. But shout out to Tony D. He makes good sauce, too. I'm actually not kidding. Tony D is a literal, Tony D is one of the best cooks I've ever met in my life. But other than you, Ma, Ma, don't kill me. Come on. But anyway, guys, we're going to be taking a look at all that good stuff. We're taking a look at the levels. I'm going to break down what I think Bitcoin is likely to do in the next couple of days, give you that bearish case, give you that bullish case, and then I'll let you know which way I'm leaning. But before we get into it, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you're going to get multiple chances to win some free crypto and maybe even one of these beautiful Frankie Candles hats, which are now disguised as hair. I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, smash up that like button, guys. We're going for 550 likes on tonight's live stream. If we get there, I will spin that wheel 15 times, and we will jack up that giveaway. And just a little heads up, guys. Tomorrow will be a completely normal day, but Friday, we may be doing, we'll probably do the giveaways tomorrow, because Friday I may do a YouTube premiere in place of the live stream, because, guys, I'm finally going to meet my nephew. I'm going to meet my nephew. You guys know I am now Frankie the Funkle. And we are going to meet my nephew for the first time ever. So we'll probably do a YouTube premiere in place of tomorrow's live stream, because I got to get on like an 8-hour drive, head up to my sister's house, and go meet the little Bambino. You know what I'm saying? Just giving you guys a little bit of a heads up. But, guys, with all that being said, let's go ahead and say what's going on to the Candle Mafia. Already going crazy in chat. And then we will go ahead and jump right into the charts. But who do we got in here today, guys? We got Emax in the house. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. We got Gary C. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for tuning in. Said, Ben will give you a sign, but no AC. We have the AC. The AC is broken. Actually, they figured out what was wrong with it. It was there was a vent in the attic that was split, and it was sucking in the hot air from the attic, and it was so hot. It was like over 100-degree air. The AC unit couldn't cool it down because it was so hot. So we just got hot air blown out of the AC. It was horrible. But I think they fixed it. But apparently not. But shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Griff. What is going on? Saying what's up to Emax, or thanking Emax. We got Crypto Vol. What is going on, bro? Shout out to you. Gma's recipe. Yeah, my grandma had the best. That's probably my grandma had the best sauce. Shout out to my mom. But you know, grandmas make the best sauce for real. If you're Italian, you know that. They got the old school. They got the old school marron. They put a little bit of marron in it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got Mr. T Crypto in the house. What is going on? We got Creighton C. As always, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, or Creighton C is going to be coming for those kneecaps. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for being here, bro. We got Raven 3-Eyed in the chat. What is going on? Crypto Crabman, who knew that I had to inflate Mrs. Candles. Shout out to Cowboy. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. Donato Cabrera. What is going on, man? Great to see you in here. Hope you're doing well. Daddy Zach in the house. We got Theo. What is going on, bro? Metabytes in the chat. Bullish on Parade. Medic Money. What is going on? And last but not least, Metabytes. We already shouted out Metabytes, didn't we? Shout out to Metabytes. We got Ben, and we're not talking about BitBoy, but we got another Ben in the chat. What is going on? We got Nico. Nico, what is going on, man? B-Team Crypto. And now, last but not least, Crypto Infinity, what is going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, shout out to you guys. But without further ado, Mafia, we got some things to look at on the charts. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we go. All right, guys, here is what we got going on. So let's go ahead and start off as Bitcoin comes in at $29,500. Guys, these levels, I don't know what to say about these levels, but let's go ahead and return off the TA. Guys, this is brutal. I don't think it's ever been this hot in here. I'm going to go ahead and see if Mrs. Candles can do something about this heat. This is absolutely brutal. It is like 1,000 degrees in here. Hang on. Let me send a voice message to Mrs. Candles. If I can figure it out. Hey, Mrs. Candles, how are ya? It's your boy, Frank. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to type this, guys, because it's not working. Can you try to jack up the AC? This is effing brutal. I'm allowed to say effing on YouTube, guys. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump in here. Wonky butt cheek. Shout out to V Ranger. Guys, taking a look here at the weekly. Now, this is actually interesting. We've got some new developments on these higher time frames. And I'm not going to go over what we've been expecting. I think everybody kind of knows that we were expecting this move down. And we were potentially looking for a bounce. And we all know that there is a possibility to continue down lower. We'll take a look at those key levels in just a second. But here's the thing. On the weekly here, we got the VWAP rolling up to that zero line, looking for a crossover to print that green dot. I don't know if we're going to get it this week on Sunday or if we are more likely to get it in 2 weeks. But we'll have to see how that plays out. One good sign here is the money flow is coming back up. The heat's for making sauce. That's right. We're in the kitchen, guys. The kitchen gets hot. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, VWAP coming up here. Money flow coming to the upside as well. This is somewhat of a good sign that this macro uptrend may be able to continue, which you guys know is something we've been expecting. However, we knew that there were some short-term downside, which is mostly played out here. I'm not saying we can't come lower, but this is basically what we were looking for, a move down to about 28.8/28.6. Looking for a bounce there. We obviously got that bounce the other day or yesterday. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that really quickly. This little bounce right here from Monday, I'm sorry. And we came down to that key level, guys. Where was that key level? Between 28.8 and 28.650, right about here. That's why we have this blue box. And then as you guys remember from yesterday and Monday, we were looking at that. I'm going to get rid of this golden pocket. We were looking for this daily bullish divergence to print, and we wound up getting it. It actually was a little sus. It was printing and then disappearing and then printing and then disappearing. And it has printed once, or it printed and confirmed. And we got that daily bull div at our key level of support, warranting that move to the upside up to that point of control. And what happened? We got that daily bull div to play out and give us that move right up to the POC. And let's go back to the value area low. Shout out to Gabriel. Yeah, he watches the show. He knows what's going on. But guys, where are we likely to head next, right? Obviously, the weekly VWAP is coming up. That is a good sign. 6-day, giving us a little bit more of a mixed signal here with our VWAP coming up, but the money flow is coming out. That is a little bit more on the bear side, guys. I'm sorry. Mrs. Candles just hit me back. She said, I'm not home yet. Well, I meant when you get home, I'm on TV right now. Come on, Mrs. Candles. Everybody knows you're home. You're right here. You're laying right next to me on the floor, freshly inflated. But anyway, VWAP coming up on your 6-day, guys. Money flow coming to the downside. This is a little bit of a mixed signal, but here's the thing. If we get that VWAP to roll back to the upside here and print that green dot, we can easily get that money flow to come back up. But overall, right now, that does not look that good. 5-day green dot is printing. Money flow starting to come back up, so that is somewhat of a decent sign. And we're going to talk about, if we do get a continued pump here, where we think price can go. I think by looking at this volume profile, it is not hard to assume what I'm going to say. But taking a look at the 4-day, green dot is now printing as well. So, guys, we're starting to get these green dots on the higher daily time frames, right? The first one we were looking at was that 2-day, which wound up printing. money flow on that 2-day, guys, is still not looking too good. So that, I would like to see this round off, but we do have the confirmed green dot, and now we do have the same green dots on the 3-day. Nice little trigger wave here, right? Money flow coming back up on the 3-day as well. 4-day green dot printing. Money flow starting to curve around here. 5-day green dot also printing here with our money flow starting to come up. And, this could potentially give us a continued move up, guys, but I don't know if this is going to be enough to get us above this value area high to make new yearly highs. And the reason for that definitely still lies on our money flow, on the higher daily time frames, guys. We need to get this money flow to cross over into the green, and I don't just mean crossover into the green. I mean crossover to the green and maintain a green wave, not just a fake out into the green and then back into the red. We have to be cautious of that, right? So, taking a look here, 3-day money flow, it is looking for a crossover into the green, but we have to be careful that this isn't just going to be a fake out into the green before coming back into a bigger red wave. Same thing on the, money flow on the 5-day actually doesn't look as bad. 4-day money flow is, again, looking a little, still looking a little bearish, right? So we were talking about this in the premium Discord earlier, or I was letting, we were talking to the premium Discord earlier about this, about how there are some mixed signals starting to show here, right? Obviously, when we were ranging around up here, we had money flow coming out pretty aggressively, right? So eventually, once we got to the end of this range, we were expecting that move to the downside. But now we have some of these higher daily time frames, money flow coming out. 3-day is coming up pretty aggressively, but I will say I would be very, very, very careful that this may be a fake out into the green before coming back down. So just keep that in mind. But overall, this 2-day money flow is really what has got me holding back for looking for a big move all the way up to new highs. This 2-day money flow, especially because the 3-day money flow is rolling back up, this really it's kind of weird. Usually you see the 2-day money flow come up before the 3-day. It's not what we're getting here, guys. This is simply not what we're getting. So we really need this 2-day money flow to come back up. Obviously, our daily money flow is crossing back over into the green. This would definitely warrant. Now, here's the thing. The daily bullish divergence is important, right? Because not only was it able to give us this move up, but it was also, a lot of times these daily bullish divergences, guys, can mark significant bottoms in the market, right? We took a look at this the other day. I think yesterday, we were looking at this previous daily bull div as a, this is very comparable to the situation that we're in right now. We had the daily bull div, right? We pumped back up and then just reversed right back down and put in a lower low. Very, very similar. Let me go ahead, and I'm actually going to pull some bars here. Let me see. I guess we'll go from here all the way to the dump ski right about there. Very, very similar kind of setup here. We would have to resize it a little bit. But you put in the daily bull div, and very similar situation here, guys, with a very similar now listen to me right now. I am not saying because these bars line up with this is going to happen. But I'm just saying, very, very similar situation. And you put in the bull div, you get the retracement, and then you come down to put in a lower low. And, actually, let me pull that again, except I'm going to pull it from here all the way to, let's just say right here, right? Put the bull div on the bull div, resize it just a little bit. Bada boom, bada bing. Come on, chart. What are we doing here? There we go. Try to resize it, make it a little bit accurate there. So put in the bull div, retracement, lower low into a key level of support. And you see how these levels are respected. Come right back into the range, flip it to support, come back up here, and then bing bong around up here on top of our new value area high, or not our macro value area high, and then look for a potential move back to the upside to some higher prices, potentially targeting this level right here at about 34,390. Now, obviously, like I said, just because this happened before does not mean it's going to happen again. Just something interesting to look at because it is a very, very similar area or very similar price action. Bear with me, guys. Let me crack this Aztec and Cactus Moss water. It is brutal in here, guys. Brutal. But yeah, here we go. So just something similar to compare to, like this could be potentially something that we see happen, because if we do put in that lower high, we could put that lower low right into a very, very key level. Why is this level key? And you guys know, grab that fixed range volume profile. You guys know this is the point of control on the Bybit chart here, the point of control of our macro range, right? Not only that, we do have our local golden pocket. Where's my box? There we go. Our local golden pocket right at that POC. This is our next major level that I would be looking at if we were to do something like this. Come down and then put in that lower low on this box. I would look for a strong bounce on top of that point of control. Guys, I am very, very sorry. I got to go try and do something about this AC. It's 1,000 degrees in here almost every single day, but never this bad. Bear with me. I'm going to blast a tune for you guys on the thumbnail for just like 30 seconds. Bear with me. I just got to run out in the hallway for a second. Shout out Dave Digital. I know you love this song, bro.
Where you from?
Okay, guys. I don't know if that's going to do anything. But here we go. Let's just jump right back in. Yo. The inhaler emojis, bro. Yeah, you guys, make sure you tune into the Sunday Sauce video this week. Threw a little Easter egg in there for you guys. But anyway, guys, let me get through the BTC TA, and then we will jump right back into the chat, and I will hang out with you guys and interact for a little bit. But let's get through this Bitcoin TA because we have some interesting stuff to look at, right? Now, obviously, looking at this key level, right? If we do wind up, and here's another thing. Look at this level of resistance, guys. Very, very interesting. If we come down to our Bitstamp chart real quick, as you know, we were looking for a wick right up into our POC, right? Let me get rid of some of these other levels. Let me get rid of the volume profile, and I'll actually get rid of all this local stuff as well, just to clean things up. We were expecting a move for the value area low all the way up to our POC, right? Now, not only is this a POC, we also have our local golden pocket right in this area, and if you come down to that macro value area, you can see we've actually looked at this, guys, while we were bing-bonging around in this range before we got this move up, saying if we get a move up, this is going to be a big area to watch. This value area high is going to be a very big area to watch. Why? It's the value area high. It's also in pretty good confluence with the POC up here and the golden pockets. Like, this whole area is huge, right? Like, this value area high is coming in at 29,873, which is right here. 29,8, come on. 29,8, come on. 29,873, 68, close enough, which is right here, right? So we knew we had this value area high in here as well as resistance, and if we do reject from here, guys, we have to realize this is kind of our key level. Like, this is a very key level, because if we get stuck underneath this, guys, it keeps us, it keeps the more probable move to the downside, right? Because if we can't get above that value area high, we are expecting a rejection down to the POC. And as you can see, we lost this value area high, came down, bearish retest, bearish retest. This could potentially just be a second bearish retest before coming down and revisiting the point of control / golden pocket of this entire macro range. So very, very interesting how these levels have been lining up. But taking a look at some of the lower time frames, guys, yesterday on the stream, we were looking at, we were basically pushing up into this level, and we were looking for that red dot on the 4-hour as well as, or no, this was not last night. This was this morning, I think. No, this was yesterday. We were looking for a potential cool-off, right? We came down, got a little bit of a bounce, came up for a retracement, and because of our 4-hour red dot here, as well as the 2-hour red dot, as well as a bunch of other things, right? We're looking at specifically the 2-hour red dot. That's a horizontal line. I wanted a vertical line. 2-hour red dot and our 4-hour red dots printing was what we were looking at for a potential cool off to come in. We got to move down, a little bit of a bounce to retest this POC before getting that bigger breakdown. And obviously we got that, but how much further can we come down? Well, we are starting to get a little bit of a bounce. Where are we bouncing from? Let's pull that volume profile. Well, look at that, guys. We are bouncing off of, well, I don't know if I would call this a bounce as much as, yeah, I think calling this a bounce would be a little bit more of yeah, I don't know if I would call this a bounce. This is more of a potential bearish retest of our local range. If you guys watched the BitBoy Crypto morning show, we were talking about how we had this 1-hour bearish divergence into our key level of resistance, right? We talk about this all the time. You want to look for the bearish divergences into key levels of resistance, and oftentimes that will give you a cool off. And what we were looking for was a move down and a bounce potentially off of our value area high or previous value area high. And right now, we are toying with this level, guys. So if we're able to hold this level of support, I would look for a continued bounce to come in here. However, if we break back down, we have to be open to the fact that we could get accepted back into this range. So we were bouncing off it a little bit nicer earlier today, but now we broke back down. We're kind of just playing around with it. But this is a big level I would watch, right? $29,494. If we cannot reclaim this level, I would look for a move down closer to about $29,250, which is the point of control of that range. But I would say this. Market Cypher would call for a bounce off of this level. Even though we slipped it a little bit, as long as you hold above here, I do think you can get a bounce because VWAP coming up on your 2-hour, 1-hour VWAP also coming up with that green dot printing. 3-hour money flow coming out, VWAP rolling back to the upside. Your 4-hour money flow is kind of bing-bonging around here. Just very, very unclear here on the 4-hour with your money flow. Red, green, red, green. So I wouldn't really be making any crazy decisions based off the 4-hour money flow. But just in general, I will say these VWAPs are likely to give you some kind of a bounce. And there's just really no clear direction here on money flow on a lot of these time frames until you get above the 6-hour. The 6 hours clearly crossing over into the green. This actually doesn't look too bad to me. 8-hour money flow also coming up into the green. This red dot on the 8-hour is likely to bring you down maybe in a little bit more of a red wave before eventually coming up. But in general, you are trending to the upside, so that is a good sign. In the medium term, you got to remember you have that red dot indicating short-term downside, right? The VWAP indicates the small ebbs and flows in the market, and the money flow indicates the longer-term trend. And when you're looking at something like the 8-hour, once we get that money flow crossover, it may be able to allow us to continue this uptrend potentially up to our value area high to visit this level once again. So, again, sort of mixed signals. This 8-hour, other than the red dot, looks like money flow's coming up. Not too bad. 10-hour money flow also coming up towards that 0 line. This wouldn't be a bad look. So I would say between the 6-hour and the daily, that all looks bullish to me. Between the 6-hour and the daily, that is calling for this uptrend to potentially continue up to our value area high. However, once you get to that 2-day actually looks like pretty nasty. That money flow on the 2-day does not look good at all. Hey, shout out to Elon the Fraud Musk. Says, yo, Frankie, you're the man. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Oh, I thought I heard Mrs. Candles come in here. But yeah, that's kind of, we are dealing with these mixed signals, guys, just a little bit here, right? Again, 6-hour through the daily looks bullish. 2-day looks actually pretty bearish, in my opinion, because not only do you have your money flow coming out, but you do have your VWAP looking to roll over here. So that would definitely be more bearish. And then again, on top of your 8-hour red dot here, guys, if you come down to the 30-minute, money flow coming out. And this is kind of what I was looking at on the BitBoy Crypto morning show that was making me expect to get a bigger move down here. It was the 15-minute money flow, right? And guys, look at the money flow, guys. Money flow was coming out. This was, about 11:30-ish was when Ben's show was happening, right when we were about to cross over into the red. And then we did get a little bit more of a move down. Zoom in here a little bit. We did get a little bit more of a move down here, and it was all based off of money flow. So money flow coming out on your 15-minute, your 24 minutes crossed over into the red. VWAP looks like it wants to roll over. 30-minute. Money flow coming out, 8-hour green, 8-hour red dot also printing. As you guys know, when you have that 8-hour, if you guys have that 8-hour red dot with the 30-minute money flow crossing over into the red at the same time, a lot of times that can give you a lot more downside. So very mixed signals here in my opinion, guys. This is, we were talking about this earlier this morning on Ben's show. This is a hard market, right? This is a tough market. If you are out there learning how to trade right now, pat yourself on the back because this is a very, very hard environment to trade. There's a lot of chop, especially in these ranges. Like, even the ranges aren't really getting respected. Like this one, you went from the low to the high to the POC, back to the high, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong. This was brutal. Back to the low, back to the high. That's why, if you guys remember back here, I was not looking for trades in any of this chop, guys. Like, when the market is not calling for trades, guys, I do not trade. Like, I am sitting on my hands through all this price action, but I was waiting for a tap of this level or a tap of another resistance level we had up here at the time for a short from here and a long from here, right? So when the market looks like this, it's never a bad idea to sit on your hands and wait for a clearer signal. And although this is kind of frustrating to have to sit through here and not do anything, we wound up hitting that level, getting the long, and then coming right back up and hitting the short, right? So it pays to wait and have patience and wait for the higher probability setup. But right now, guys, especially with just with market cipher, at least right now from what I see, you know, that 8-hour red dot with the money flow on the 30-minute coming out is actually pretty bearish. But we also have a lot of these VWAPs coming up. 2-hour looking for a potential green dot. 3-hour looking to come back up here. Money flow coming out. So it's a very, very choppy market here. Kind of what I would like to happen here, if we're talking about kind of what I would just prefer, is if we pull our fib here from the low to the high, we have beautiful confluence here, guys, between the golden pocket, turn that blue for support, between the golden pocket and the 786. I can barely even make that a box. But what I would really like to see here is maybe, just maybe, we get a retracement up to either this golden pocket or this golden pocket. Very, very similar areas. But I would look for a potential retracement up into this area before rolling back down and coming down to one of these levels, right? The golden pocket POC confluence, or even better yet, the 786 value area low confluence, where I would be looking for long positions to potentially catch that higher low. So if we do come down and tap this level, I will be looking for longs to potentially get another ride to the upside. But it is definitely a very, very confusing picture here. Money flow coming out on your 3-hour, and then your 4 hours back in the green, your 8 hours coming up, your dailies crossing over into the green. Just very, very choppy market right now, guys. So be careful. Really, when the indicators give us mixed signals, guys, what I like to do is just look at the levels here, right, and the price action. If we hold this value area high at $29,497, I would look for a continued bounce. And again, looking for that potential rejection at your local golden pocket. But I would look for some kind of a bounce to come in here based off of two major things. The landing that we got on that value area high and the VWAPs on these medium hourly time frames coming back to the upside. These, once they print green dots, we are likely to get some kind of a move up. The question is, are we going to get a rejection, or are we going to just yeet back to the upside? And I will say this, I don't know, with the way this daily VWAP looks on Market Cipher, looking to roll over here, we may look for some consolidation or even a bigger cool-off. I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard to just yeet all the way up to the value area high on a VWAP that we already got a big move up like this. Look how overextended this is. It's starting to roll over already, and if we continue down here, it's going to be really hard for price to just yeet up to the value area high. So I would have to lean towards some consolidation happening here, or some kind of a lackluster bounce into either this local golden pocket or our purple box here once again, before getting our next big move up. But yeah, shout out to maybe Band-Aid for gifting the memberships earlier during the waiting room. Shout out to Wayne C. Said, yo, Frankie, Mafia just arrived in the house. I mean, woke up. Shout out to Wayne C. But guys, that's kind of what we're looking at here, right? it's just a choppy market right now. And again, short term, I would expect some kind of a bounce to come in, but I would really look for some resistance just because of the way the VWAPs look on the daily, right? So there you go. I kind of lackluster action here, and we were talking about this on Ben's show earlier today, guys. Like, even if you just zoom out, like, the market has been brutally sideways. Like, nothing really that exciting happened yesterday. We got the bull div on the daily. We got the move up. Honestly, the most exciting thing that happened was that the value area was respected so well. Straight from the low, right to the POC as expected. But as of right now, guys, nothing really exciting has happened in the market, right? We basically just are getting another bearish retest of this value area high. The question is, are we going to get above it? Very hard to call right now, just because of money flow. I would say short term, look for a little bounce. But if we can't get above this level at 29,889, I would not be expecting anything that crazy. So I'm actually going to add this to our other chart here. 29,889. Let me go ahead. I'll get rid of these fibs. 29,899. What was it? 29,889. 29,8. Come out. 887. We're going to take the 887 here. So yeah, if we can't get above here, there's not a likely chance. We got to get above this level. I'm even going to make this red. Let's make this a red line, because if we break above this level, guys, that's where we potentially open up the chance to come higher. If we can't get above this level, I would expect a potential revisit of some of these lower prices. 29,889. Shout out to Hodl Crypto. Let's see. Is it inappropriate, Jessica, here, or has she been banned again? What did Jessica say yesterday that got her banned, guys? What did she say? I can't imagine she said anything that bad. But we'll have to see. I don't even know. But yeah, guys, that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. Nothing really too crazy right now. Just kind of dealing with the letting the dust settle from yesterday. I mean, we got the move up. You got to expect a cool off from the POC. And again, I wouldn't even really get too bearish until we lost this value area low. So coming in at about $29,000 even, right? So key level of resistance, number one, is going to be 29,889. Support level, number one, is going to be this POC golden pocket at 29,662. 29,262. Very important we get these numbers right. And then if we lose that, I'm not really going to get bearish until we decisively start losing $29,000 even, which is the value area low of the range. Really what I would love to happen, again, is to get this move, a bing bong like this, a bounce, and then maybe come down here to look for a fresh long entry to potentially then, at that point, if we do wind up getting that move back down to this value area low down here, if we do get that, what that does is it gives our higher time frames, such as the daily, maybe that daily VWAP rolls over, right? This is, if I had to guess, guys, this is very speculative, but if I had to guess, if I just had to make a random guess, very interesting that POC is right on that value area high as well. Very interesting. But if I had to guess, just randomly, there is probably a 6% chance that we get this right. This is not how you do TA. This is very speculative. Consider this for fun, right? If we get a bounce here, I would look for a rejection at these levels to come back down into our range, potentially get a bounce off our golden pocket, to come to higher prices. If not, I would look for a bounce off the 786, because what this does is it will potentially give us a time to get the bounce to come in here. And as we're getting this local bounce, the daily VWAP will have time to cool off and come back down towards that zero line. And then when we start getting the move down, maybe you print the daily red dot. That's what pushes you down to these lower prices. And then by the time we get down here and get bullish confirmations, maybe we'll have that daily VWAP printing that green dot again, or just at least setting up to roll back to the upside, which would be a little bit more of a comfortable position to take a long. I don't necessarily like taking longs here. I don't know if I would be necessarily hyped to take a long here just because that daily is cooling off. So there you go. Those are kind of the key levels. I'll actually draw this as a new level of resistance between this 786. And I'm actually going to label this, guys. Let me go ahead and label this. Let me go ahead. Boom. And I will label this macro. I'll just go MVAL. I'll just do it like this. MVAL. Macro value area high, MVAH, slash GP, slash 786, Yeah, and that's it. So there we go. This is going to be a key level of resistance, guys. We got to get above this box. If we don't get above this box, I am not expecting anything really crazy to happen with Bitcoin. So even if we get a local pump, which I think is not obvious, is likely in the short term. You guys can see this green candle here. I do think we can continue this bounce, but I would be very careful in this purple box. So, yeah, short-term pump. Maybe a medium-term dump back down to lower prices, and that's basically my sentiment here, guys. Very, very confusing market. So if anyone's out there looking at the charts like, oh my God, this is so confusing, I don't even know what I'm looking at. You're not alone, guys. It's a very, very, very choppy market right now. All right, let's check in on chat really, really quick. Shout out to Bison9, says 770 watching with only 225 likes. What you doing? Smash that like for Frankie is a beast. Smash the like. Frankie is a beast. Shout out to you, Bison9. I appreciate you so much, bro. We got 761 people in here. Go ahead and smash that like button, guys. If you want to win some free crypto on tomorrow's giveaways. We're going to be doing the giveaways tomorrow, guys. Again, I'm going to meet my nephew on Friday. So we're going to probably do a YouTube premiere for in place of our live stream tomorrow. Let's see. I know what I'm looking at, but they don't allow those types of emojis in here. Shout out to Crypto Totoro. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Everybody Smile says, Jessica wants me to tell everyone she had an unfortunate accident at a local hot dog eating contest. She is resting okay. And we'll be back soon. Okay, shout out to Everybody Smile. Now we know where Jessica is. I did not know she was a competitive eater. But yeah, shout out to Jessica. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully you come back soon. And hopefully you're not banned. I think I would have found out if you were actually banned. Shout out to MBatter Wiz says, hey, yo, Frankie, how do you get the golden pocket? This is a question I've been getting a lot very recently. And let me just show you guys really quickly. If you guys want to, well, should I? Okay, well, I'll say this. I'll say this, guys. Let me say this. If one day you were able to get access to maybe like I don't know, some kind of an indicator that I don't know, some kind of an indicator that I wouldn't know what the name of it would be or anything. But what if you had an indicator that when you pull the volume profile, your golden pockets automatically populated for you? What if you could do that? What if there was an indicator? I mean, I don't know if there is or not because I can't find it. Yeah, what if there is an indicator, guys, that when you pull your local volume profile, you could also populate it with an automatic fib? Oh, there we go. Oops. Bear with me, guys, here. This is my first time using a mouse. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's start that over, guys. What if? I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, here we go. What if you could just pull a volume profile, right? And then obviously you would have to prepare this before you do a live stream. You would want to yeah, guys, don't look. Don't look, guys. Don't read anything up here, okay? Don't read anything up here, guys. But yeah, what if you could just do this and have your fibs automatically pulled for you on your chart without you having to do a dang thing? But you could do that. But you know what? This may not be, if this was an indicator, it may not be ready for the public yet. I don't know if it, if it was ever to get released to the public, I don't know if it would be ready just yet. But just a little sneak peek. Like, what if you could just click a button, pull a range, and then all of a sudden your golden pocket's just already there automatically. You don't even have to think about what high to pull it from. Dang, that would be super helpful, I think. But just to show you guys how you can actually get your golden pockets to look like mine, there's really nothing special going on here, guys. The golden pocket is the 6.5 and the 618 put together. That is what creates your golden pocket. These two fib levels makes your golden pocket, right? And then I just have the 786 as well. And I turned off everything else, right? Because these are the main fib retracement levels I look at. So every time I pull a fib here, right, if I were to pull a fresh one from a high to a low, I know this was a little bit of a sloppy pull, but that's how we know where we're looking for rejections at. This is typically what I use as a rejection zone, right? So if we're looking for resistance, a lot of times that does come in at a Fibonacci retracement zone, right? Or a golden pocket 786 retracement level. That is... Yeah, maybe Band-Aid said, Frankie looking like he types with two fingers. Actually, funny story, maybe Band-Aid, or maybe a Band-Aid. I know I say your name wrong, but Band-Aid, I feel like I say everyone's name wrong. I feel like it's my thing. Like Crypto Anon is really Kryptonon. I just call him Crypto Anon because that's what I call him. I don't know. It's a term of endearment. But maybe Band-Aid says, Frankie looking like he types with 2 fingers. Fun fact, Tony D types with 2 fingers. And he types faster than anyone else alive. And I would be willing to put my entire net worth on that bet. Tony D, his 2 fingers move faster than anyone else's 10 fingers could ever move. And you have to see it in person to believe it. It's absolutely incredible. He's just like it's crazy. It's out of control. But anyway, shout out to Baby Band-Aid. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. And thank you for gifting the memberships, bro. Even in Blockchain Basement, out there gifting the memberships, dude. You're an absolute savage. Shout out to you, bro. We appreciate you. Dan D, welcome to the muscle, bro. Thank you for getting that membership. Bullish on Parade said WTF. It's not Anon. Yeah, it's Kryptonon. But I call him Crypto Anon. But let's see. I typed this sentence in 0.1 seconds. Shout out to Tony D. I swear, guys, I should put a video in the Discord of Tony D typing with 2 fingers. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing. You hear him typing, and you're like, do you have 17 hands? And then you go there, and he's just like, you can't even see his hands moving. It's insane. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and continue on here. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin, guys. Nothing really exciting. I would expect a bounce. Is this bounce continue? Yeah. So we are getting that continued bounce here. So I would look for this potentially to bring you back up to this purple box. And to be honest, with the mixed signals, I don't really feel comfortable confidently calling for more upside or more downside like we usually do. But what I will be doing is coming up into this level and reassessing the situation when we get here, if we get here, right? But you guys now have the key levels of support and resistance for the most part. But yeah, just be careful out there with a super, super choppy market. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. If you want to see your favorite altcoin, go ahead and spam it in chat right now, and we will start taking a look at them. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to start off with Ethereum. And I do just want to point out, guys, just like kind of a public service announcement, nothing is changing. I don't want anyone being like, oh, my God, everything's changing. Nothing's changing. I just want to let you guys know that as we gear up and get closer to the halving, we are going to be we're going to be not making some changes, but we have a lot of things that we're working on right now. Hint, hint, something that may have just been teased 5 minutes ago. We're working on a lot of big things. That is not the only big thing we're working on. We are also working on a lot of other really big projects and also just trying to figure out the best content schedule moving forward. So the live streams are obviously always going to remain the same. But here and there, once in a while, when things are boring or maybe even, when we get through stuff and I'm able to do the TA quickly, I may be signing off a little bit early. I know. I can hear you guys laughing at me right now. And it's not just going to be a thing that's like planned. It's just like when I feel that it's a good day where it's like, hey, markets are sideways. We gave them all the sauce. Let's sign off a little bit early. We may be, I have to take a little bit more time to do some stuff. Like on the content side, on the business side of Frankie Candles, so we can continue to add more value, maybe add some more shows, something like that. But yeah, we're gonna be making adjustments and just changing things, adding more value, and just leveling up the YouTube channel. But it's inevitably going to take more energy from my part. So obviously, you guys are always gonna get the same thing. We're going live every single weekday, 5:45. Don't worry. But I'm just saying, from here and there, we may end a little bit early. If I had to put a bet on that, it probably will never happen. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. Yeah, forever 2-hour stream. Shout out to Darren Does Things. Probably. Hey, Tony Two Fingers. Shout out to Dave Digital. But yeah, just a little heads up there, because I know we do spend a lot of time on the altcoins, and like it might just be a thing where like on slow days, maybe we just do a few altcoins and then I hop off. But the good news, I mean, not that that's bad news, but the really good news is this is all going to wind up giving you guys more sauce and more content and more value out of the channel. But yeah. Let's see. Frankie's adding another live stream weeknights at midnight. Shout out to everybody. Smile. Don't tempt me with a good time. But yeah, let's see. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Guys, don't forget to show some love to our mods in the chat. We got Captain Kirk. We got Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Captain Kirk, Crypto Anon, D Petty Crypto Chemistry Bro, Tony D. You guys know who they are. Tyler Durden. Show them some love in the chat. But let's see. Special request from Captain Kirk. Can you check GLMR on Femex chart, mainly the money flow, please? Well, Captain, I'll be honest with you, Cap. I don't even know if you need my help. Captain has been absolutely crushing the trades, guys. I don't even think she needs help. But we will take a look at it for you, no problem. Of course we will. Shout out, happy birthday, Rob. Everybody, Scott wishing Rob a happy birthday, guys. Go ahead and show Rob some love for his birthday. As you guys know, he has a birthday every single day. Crypto Cowboy says, Frankie ending early, not happening. And Crypto Cowboy, to that, I say, you're probably right. Shout out to Crypto Cowboy. Creighton C with the super chat. Thank you so much for that, bro. He says, Dave, that's what she said at Frankie. If you spend less time telling us you're leaving early, you might actually leave early. And to that, Creighton C, I say, you're also right. Shout out to Creighton C. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in here. Shout out to Alexandra G. What is going on? Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Always love these positive vibes. Shout out to Crimson, not to be confused with Crimson Caravan Company. Shout out to Crimson. But yeah, let's go ahead and we will start off with Ethereum, guys, and talk about boring. Guys, I am literally like dripping sweat right now. Speaking of Ethereum and boringness, here we are with the move. Up to, where were we yesterday? What was yesterday? Yesterday was the 8th at about 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. Yeah, so we were hanging out in here, guys, yesterday on Ethereum, and we just got another little push up into the resistance, and we are rejecting the purple box. And if you zoom out and take a look at your volume profile, this is... yeah, we've finally gotten back into our volume profile, and guys... What do? We talked about this on Blockchain Basement today. Whenever we were talking about why I use zones of support and resistance, and the reason is, guys, because let's say, like, think about how much more confusing this price action would be if we were looking at price or resistance as just this horizontal line, right? We would be like, oh my God, we're breaking out, and then oh my God, we're getting a bounce, we're breaking, and then boom, you just rip right back below it. But when you look at things in terms of zones, you're not really freaking out if you're breaking that one first line of resistance, right? You know that you could still get rejected anywhere in this box, and it just helps you stay out of bad trades, right? So just keep that in mind. A little bit of side sauce for you guys, but yeah, if we got above the value area low, we moved up right towards that POC, we could just be getting a little bit of a cool-off. Money flow on the 4-hour actually not looking that bad with your VWAP rolling back to the upside. Take a look at the golden pocket retracement levels. And here we are, right? Golden pocket, pretty far below our value area low. I actually don't love that fib, if I'm being honest. But let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this line. But yeah, we could potentially come down and cool off to this golden pocket retracement. So I will go ahead and draw this as a zone of support. But I will say here, let's take a look at the 2-hour. Yeah, 2-hour looking for the green dot, 1-hour green dot printing. Very, very similar situation as Bitcoin, guys. Like, just very messy, just super, super choppy, right? Like, when we were coming down to our value area low, it is a much clearer market, right? Like, this is much more clear. We are approaching and we've come up to a higher time frame, it's even more clear, right? We are approaching the value area low, right, or the local value area low, approaching, we deviate, we get the bullish divergences, and we look for the move up to the POC. Very, very simple call, right? But right now, we're just chopped up like crazy. Money flow coming to the upside on your 10-hour, your 12-hour money flow also coming to the upside. VWAP rolling back down, looking to print a red dot. Like, it's just all over the place right now. What I can tell you is in the short term, I would look for some consolidation or even a potential move back up to test. Yeah, I would just look for another move back up to retest this golden pocket, essentially, if this move up continues. But you got the 2-hour looking for the green dot, the 3-hour, the 4-hour also looking for a green dot. Money flow coming up. Taking a look at the daily. Yeah, daily green dot confirmed, VWAP rolling over. Guys, this is an ugly market right now. This is an ugly market. I'm going to clear all our drawings. And see if we can just get a clearer view of what the heck is going on here. It's just ugly as all get out here. Yeah, this actually looks a little better. Let me pull the fib from the low to the high. I actually, this is kind of what I do, guys. Like, when the market looks sketchy like this or just really confusing looking, if you just zoom out, right? Find the more macro volume profile. There you go. Level of support down here. This is a little bit easier to digest, I'm sure, especially if you're here and you're new to TA. This will be a little bit easier to digest. But there you go. 786, golden pocket retracement. If we do wind up continuing down, again, the mixed signals are out there, but we could just, when the mixed signals are here, yo, shout out to Dave Digital, said don't get too hot, Frankie. Maybe shed the shirt. Hey, you know what? Fine, Dave. Fine, I'll do it, bro. Let's go. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing it. Well, you guys, hey, guys, you guys got excited. I know, it's exciting. But no, I'm just kidding. This is G-rated. Can't be showing the nips on the show here. That's for the BitBoy Crypto Show, if you guys know what I'm saying. If you guys watch. But yeah. Let's see. Hey, Frank, how are you? Looking tight, bro. Can you look at XVG or Verge? It's pumping. Let's take a look at Verge. Not right this second, but we could try to take a look at it. There you go. Altcoin votes are in and being counted by our boy Rob the Crypto Snob. Let me take a sip of the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, and then we'll wrap up Ethereum and move right on to XRP. Shout out to Rob. You don't have to put XRP on the list. I'm going to look at it already. But let's see. All right, let's see. So, more macro value area low down here at about 1740. Awesome year, as you guys know. I was alive back then. But yeah, what happened here? You know, when things are confusing, we can look at the macro volume profile. We lost the value area high, rejected the value area high, came to the POC. We clung to the POC, lost it, bearish retest. Where would we expect price to go based off the volume profile? We would be looking for a move down to the value area low. I would also watch for a bounce off the golden pocket, which again is why we look at this in terms of a zone, not just a simple line. So look how much that clears things up, guys. And if you look here, daily VWAP starting to roll over. Come down to the 12-hour VWAP looking to roll over. Now, remember this, guys. Money flow would indicate that you may continue the trend to the upside or start an uptrend, right? But the VWAPs indicate smaller moves to the downside. So looking at this, guys, now from a different perspective, look at that. All you do is zoom out, clear your lines, start with a fresh chart. You know, I struggled with this when I first started learning TA. And it was that every time, what I would do is I would look at the same chart all the time, and I would never refresh my levels, right? And I never talk about this, but I want to encourage you guys to do that. Refresh your levels often, because here's the thing. What I used to do is I would look at the levels, right? And I would be afraid to delete the level because I'd be like, oh my God, this got respected so well. Like, I don't want to forget those levels here or something like that. And then my chart winds up looking like this, right? Like your chart just winds up looking like a mess. And it's like, okay, so we came over here resisting here, and it's like, am I going to bounce here or here or here or here? It just turns into a complete mess. We actually talked about this. I think today's stream's theme is BitBoy Crypto, because I'm talking about everything we talked on his live stream this morning, and that is if your chart looks too messy, if you're looking at too many things at once, guys, too much information can be bad information. So just keep that in mind. It's very, very, very important. Yo, Captain Kirk said, come on, Frankie Candle, show those nips. Shout out to Captain Kirk. Mama Mafia, behave. Shout out to Rob. Oh my God, this is too much. Dave Digital, who let you out of your cage? Shout out to Rob Crypto Snob, and shout out to Dave Digital, NIPL. He wants to take a look at NIPL next. It's my favorite altcoin. But anyway, guys, look what we did. We cleared that range, or we cleared the whole chart, and we started fresh. We pulled the fresh range. We pulled the fresh golden pocket, and now we know that the next, just looking at the volume profile, the next likely place for price to go would be, if we can't get above the POC, we would get a move to the golden pocket or the value area low. So, and again, definitely possible, 6 and 8 hour, 6 hour red dot printing, 8 hour also looking for the red dot. Money flow on your 30-minute, money flow on the 30-minute coming down at the same time as you're about to print that red dot on the 8 hour. That is a little bit more of a bearish sign. So I'm going to go ahead and say it, guys. Yeah, not a guarantee, right? This doesn't play out 100% of the time. But I will say it's played out 100% of the time for the past, 62 streams in a row. So it doesn't mean it's going to play out this time, but, when the mixed signals are out there, just look at your key levels. We lost the value area high, straight to the POC, below the POC, bearish retest. We could potentially come down here to test some of these levels. Golden pocket, value area low, confluence. And then you could easily get this move down here, right? before getting a significant bounce up. And what that would do is give these VWAPs time to roll back to the upside, and your money flow may come out a little bit more, but eventually they will just continue up and give you that uptrend. So that's what we're looking at on Ethereum, guys. Not looking too shabby. For a move to the downside, at least. But yeah, locally, look out for the 1 hour green dot, the 2 hour green dot, the 3 and the 4 hour green dot. But then once you start creeping up towards that 6 hour, the 5 hour, the 8 hour, that's where it starts to get bearish. So I'd look for a small move to the upside before potentially reversing below that, rejecting that POC and coming down lower to revisit some of these levels. So there you go. And just for fun, we'll just do a little bit of this, a little bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, and then a move down here. So when we look at Ethereum tomorrow, we can know what we were looking at and see if it played out or if it just went the opposite way. One thing I can tell you guys for sure is Ethereum. As you guys know, we don't speak in absolutes here because that's not how it works, right? That's simply not how the market works. So what I can tell you guys, I will give you one sure answer on this live stream. Somebody clip it. One thing that is 100% guaranteed that I feel confident telling you that I am 100% certain that this is going to happen. Either we're going to have this happen, or this happen. Option 1, option 2, option 3. One of those things is going to happen, and that is a 100% guarantee. So there you go. No more confident TA than that. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on here. Rob the Crypto Snob says GLMR. Let's go ahead and do it. GLMR, or as some people like to call it, Glimmer. But here we go. We're going to take a look at the Euro pair because that's the most important pair to look at. I'm just kidding, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Kraken US dollar chart. All right, let's see. Mostly money flow is what Captain wants to see. Well, let's go ahead and start with the most important money flow, and that is the weekly money flow, which I will say is green dot is printing. That is not a bad look in my opinion. Green dot printing on the weekly. Unfortunately, you do not have the bullish divergence, but you do have the green dot. Money flow basically flat on the weekly. Shout out to Dave Digital, said, I guarantee BTC will hit 12K before 8K, guaranteed. I would have to say that as well. Yeah, that's an absolute fact. Bitcoin will hit 12K before it hits 8K. The question is, will it hit either of those prices? We don't know, but Dave does. But he's going to keep the secret. Shout out to Dave Digital. But yeah, let's continue on. Green dot printing. This is good for the weekly. Could give you more upside. I don't hate that. 6-day money flow, kind of coming down here. No bullish divergence. Taking a look at the 5-day. No bull div, but you're getting the green dot on your 5-day, your 4-day, your 3-day, your 2-day, confirmed, and your 2-day money flow starting to come up just a little bit. Daily money flow looking for a crossover into the green. I would potentially, be looking for a long here. So let's go ahead and pull that range. Let's pull that range here. I would be careful of this this VWAP rolling back over in the short term, but I will say, you had a slight bullish divergence on the daily here. Yeah, this looks good on the daily. Let's go down to the 12-hour. Yeah, I would be careful of a short-term pullback, like a retracement, though. Nothing crazy, just a retracement. Yeah, money flow crossing over into the green on the 8-hour, 3-hour. Let's see. Yeah, I would be very careful of you got the wonked out candles on this thing. All right. So, yeah, I would be careful of a retracement, potentially. Pull your fib from the low to the high. I would look for a potential retracement into this golden pocket or the 786 786 value area low confluence, right? So these are the two levels that I would potentially, actually, I'll give you even a third level. I would say these are the three levels I would be looking for longs at. Right here. So if you get a little bit of a cool off here, right? Red dot looking to print on the 3-hour, 4-hour, and even the higher time frame, 16-hour looking to cool off, daily looking to cool off. I would wait for a potential cool off coming in here, not financial advice, Cap, but I would look for a potential cool off into one of these levels before looking for a fresh long position and potentially getting in early on this daily money flow crossover. And the reason why that would be fire is because if you look at these daily money flow crossovers, if you get them early, you could get these big moves to the upside, right? Even here, money flow crossover into the green, big move up. Money flow crossover into the green, somewhat of a move up. Money flow crossover into the green, big move up. Next one might be a decent money flow crossover into the green, could give you a move up, but because of the way the VWAPs look on the shorter time frames and even the higher time frames, I would be careful of this thing cooling off first. So, yeah, I would look to put in a potential higher low inside this blue box. If you break this level, I will look down to these two levels for a long. So there you go. Shout out to Captain. Hopefully that helps you out. I actually do not hate that money flow on the daily, but it does not mean that it will instantly go up. I would actually, this is like the hardest thing about my job, is like, yes, that daily money flow looks bullish for sure. However, I'm bullish on the daily, bearish on the short-term move. So I would wait for that retracement down and then look for a long to catch an early entry in on that daily money flow crossover. I don't know much about this project, so keep that in mind. But yeah, shout out to Captain. Hopefully that helped you out. Rob the Crypto Snob said, pin my next comment. Shout out to Rob. Thank you for that, bro. Going ahead to pin it. Here we go. Let's see. Great job, Cap. I know who to talk to when Frankie isn't on. I don't know what that means. Shout out to Brett Headley. XRP and Solana. Frankie's New York hair wax is looking cool tonight. Shout out to Wayne C. Thank you. Hey, I should get a comb, guys. I like a greaser. And just like, hey, I actually do that, right? Like when I brush my hair, I feel like a greaser. I'm like brush it, and I'm like, yeah. I literally feel like a greaser, guys. It's pretty funny. But anyway, let's see. Let's continue on. Can you look at compound for me, Papa? Large gains there. Shout out to FB Get Money, and I know I know what that stands for. It stands for, I don't know, guys. I tried to make a joke there. I just went blank. No problem, Cap. I got you. Bada bing, bada boom. Shout out to Redman. But let's go ahead and jump on in. Shout out to D Betlong Crypto. Shout out to you. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's take a look at XRP. Whoops. Bada boom. Okay, so here we are. XRP. As you guys know, this is not the chart we want to look at. We want to look at this one. And here we are, guys. I mean, shout out to the volume profiles, guys. And shout out to, I forget who it was. Please let me know if you're in here. I forget who was in that XRP short that they were, or long, that they were down $5,000 on, looking for a potential, financial business getting money. Yes, that's what it stands for. Name says, do you see the head and shoulders on the 15-minute on Bitcoin? Not really. Not really. I will say that. A regular head and shoulders? Not quite. Not quite. But I don't know exactly what you're looking at. It's kind of hard to just find these things without knowing more context. But let's go back to XRP. We'll come back to Bitcoin in a minute. As you guys know, we were looking for a deviation below this. We were looking for a deviation below this value area low before finding that bullish divergence on the 4-hour that you guys remember we were looking at the other day on the live stream. Lower lows on your price action right here. Higher lows on your momentum waves. Money flow coming up was making it likely that we would get a bounce back to the upside, and what we were looking for was a potential move above the value area low for a continued push above this blue box for a possible move up towards our point of control of this range or value area low golden pocket confluence, basically this purple box between about 68 and 71 cents. And you can see here, we obviously had somewhat of the right idea, right? These guys, the bullish divergences play out more than they don't. If you guys are out there trading, this is why I trade divergences. They are one of the most reliable signals you can trade based off of. Like, very rarely, especially when you have money flow coming up, does your bull div not play out to some degree. Do they all absolutely moon? Absolutely not. But more often than not, you will at least get some kind of a move up. This one was actually pretty sizable and absolutely tradable. If you got in somewhere, say down here, you could have made a nice 7% trade based off that information that we gave on the live stream the other day. Question is, are we going to continue up to this level at about 71 cents to revisit this point of control, or down to, or up to about 68.5 cents to revisit the golden pocket value area low confluence, that is another whole other thing, right? If we do get up to that area, shout out to Hard Fork Crypto, said still in the long, thinking I'll add to it at 55 cents. My liquidation level is 50 cents. Hard Fork, were you the one that was down like 5K? Were you the one that was in that trade? Well, you're in much better shape now. I'm happy that happened if that was you. Frankie's title should be more pain ahead? Question mark. Was that? I think that was the title, wasn't it? I don't even know. But anyway, yeah, nice little move off that bullish divergence, guys. If there's one thing that I wish I could go back and learn, if I could start my whole trading journey over, I would first study, obviously, like support, resistance, all that good stuff, how to read the charts, obviously. But when I really got into the nitty-gritty of it, I would start with volume profile and divergences, like one of the most powerful things and simplest to understand for a new trader. So if you're out there new, I definitely recommend you check out the content on the channel on divergences and volume profiles. A lot of our content is about that. Definitely go check that out. The YouTube channel is literally a free trading course for the most part. But yeah, if I could go back, I would study volume profile and divergences first and foremost. Yeah, bullish divergence brought us up here. And look at that, we came right back down to tap that value area low. If we could hold above this level, guys, we would essentially expect a move. 4-hour red dot printing. I wouldn't be surprised if it brings us back down to the value area low. But if we can hold support here, I will look for a continued move up to this value area low, golden pocket confluence. Nothing has really changed. We did creep up a little more incorrect, but other than that, sentiment on golden pocket, sentiment on XRP remains the same. As long as you hold above this value area low, now that we have reclaimed it, I will be looking up towards these prices, especially with money flow coming up. Maybe we cool off, but with the way money flow looks on the 4-hour, the 3-hour, even the 2-hour, crossing over into the green, could give you a further move up into this purple box. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's continue on here to Solana. Shout out to Solana. Shout out to anybody who saw that Solana video that we put out on Sunday. Not only did we tell you all about Solana and what they've been working on through the bear market, but we also let you know if I think it's dead, if it's a dead project or not. Hint, hint, I don't. But I also busted a move in that video. It was pretty fire. Anyway, the game wants to see Pepe. We can take a look at Pepe. I'll take a look at Pepe after, what do we got left here? After ADA, we will take a look at Pepe. I got you. I haven't taken a look at Pepe in a while. We got to show the meme some love here. Okay, so Solana, guys. Oh, good Lord, guys. What happened here? Now, what were we looking at on Solana last time we looked at it? God, man, I wish I was able. What we were looking for were rejection zones, right? Or rejection areas. Rejection level number 1, rejection level number 2. However, I don't remember if we were looking at this back here or over here. Either way, the levels were respected in both situations. But let's come up to the daily. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low question mark. But green dot, oh, money flow coming up on Solana. Look at the thing. Woo! Flip it up to the upside. Yeah, that is not looking too bad. Money flow coming up aggressively on the daily. Green dot confirmed today. Green, oh, baby, look at that green trigger wave, guys. That is a trigger wave if I've ever seen one. Why your money flow is yeeting to the downside, I couldn't tell you. Generally, money flow is cruising up, though. You are generally trending to the upside. Green trigger wave here is somewhat bullish, right? It did give you a pretty big move up. As you guys know, when you have these trigger waves that are tight to the 0 line, when you have these green dots or red dots that are close to the 0 line, a lot of times they can give you a big move up. Now, that green dot right here obviously did give you a big move up. If you go back here, you can see the last time that we got a trigger wave with a red dot close to the 0 line. Obviously, that was the beginning of a massive collapse of Solana, or should I say the massive collapse of Solana. If we go back in time, maybe we could find another green trigger wave right here, somewhat of a green trigger wave. Got to move to the upside. But just always keep that in mind if you're using Market Cipher, guys. Green dots close to that 0 line can sometimes give you a very big move up. Shout out, excuse me, to Creighton C. Says that was dancing? I thought you had a seizure and needed your inhaler. Shout out to Creighton C. Shout out to Creighton. No, that was my dance. I mean, no. Yeah, no, that wasn't dancing. No, I wouldn't want to dance in public. I would never dance in front of people because I don't want people to feel bad about their dancing skills because mine are so fire. But no, in that video was not dancing. That was, that definitely not me dancing. That was, I think I tripped. It wasn't a seizure. I think I just tripped a little bit and maybe moved. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. All right, Asta Pasta, shout out to Crypto Cowpoke. Said, gotta go kill a raccoon. Crypto Cowpoke. I used to have a pet raccoon. I'm not going to lie. Like, for years, I had a pet raccoon. You could hold her and play with her. Her name was Roxy. She was amazing. But anyway, continuing on here, guys. Yeah. 3-day looking for the green dot. 4-day also looking for the green dot. I'd be careful of a rejection there, though. That's not printing yet. But your 3-day green dot is looking to print, and your 2-day green dot is printing. Money flow looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. 3-day money flow generally coming up. 4-day money flow generally coming up. Same thing. Green dot printing on your 5-day money flow generally coming up. 6-day looking for the red dot. Weekly looking for the red dot. Yikes. Those are some mixed signals, I will tell you that. Take a look at the 4-hour. Red dot printing. Dang, old Solano had a rip. Jeepers. Shout out to Bison9. But yeah, red money flow doesn't look bad on the 4-hour as well either. Red dot confirmed. 5-hour looking for the red dot. 6-hour looking for, or 5-hour confirmed red dot. 6-hour printing the red dot. 8-hour. Yeah. Okay. I would look for further downside for Solana. If you look here, guys, I mean, this is honestly the case for a lot of stuff here. Money flow coming out on your 30-minute, 8-hour red dot looking to print. If you're able to get that red dot printing at the same time as your 30-minute money flow, I would expect a bigger move down for Solana. Where, if we do come down, will it come down to? Well, I don't know. But what I can do is find places that we may be likely to get a move to. And first off, I would look back down towards that point of control between about 23.37 and about 23.24. If you pull back here, I would look for a bounce and a higher low to be put in on this golden pocket. 786 coming in down here at 22.89. Coming down to a lower time frame. I will, let's come down to the 30-minute. I will also pull this golden pocket. I would also, let me pull up the VPVR. Yeah, you do have a decent bit of, pull this local range. Yeah, I would look for some further move. If you get this money flow crossover into the red on Solana, now, continued little short-term bounces, sure. Money flow crossing over into the red here, I do think could trigger another move to the downside. If you do get that move to the downside, I would be very careful of losing this level here at about $24 even. If you lose that psychological level of $24, I would look for a quicker move down. As you can see, this low volume gap has been respected. Quick move up, quick move down, quick move down, quick move down, right? That is all in line with our low volume gap, right? So if we break that red line, I would expect potentially, this is your key level, $24. If you break $24, I would look for a quick move down to that golden pocket and potentially find support down there. And I do think if you're going to get that big move down, I would look for the money flow crossover on the 30-minute to be the thing that starts that move. So there you go. Yeah, shout out to Tony D said, Pepe for at the game. Absolutely. We got to do it for the game. He's one of my old-time favorite rappers. But yeah, we got you. We got you. Let's see. When Mrs. Candles entered the stream just after you said raccoon, and here's I used to pet her, hold her. Oh, shout out to Ace, Roxy. That was the name. That was the name of my raccoon as well. Okay, let's continue on. Yes, Brett Headley. I indeed did. Maybe I should share some pictures. Like pick it up, like hold it and kiss it, like a pet, like it cuddled with you. Yes. Found it as a baby. I didn't. My sister did, who is a veterinarian. So figures, right? Yeah, found it crossing the road, tried to save it, put it in the woods. It followed her back out to the road, and she's a vet, so she took care of it or whatever. But I'm just kidding, guys. It's totally fake. It's illegal to own a raccoon. So I'm just joking. It was a stuffed animal. Just kidding. Anyway, shout out to Bailey Armstrong in the chat, guys. What's going on, Bailey? Said can't wait for that Can't wait for that handlebar. Guys, me and Bailey were talking about growing savage mustaches. He has a savage mustache. Dang, what did he call it? I forgot what he called it now. It's not a handlebar. It was I forget. But yeah, he's got a savage mustache. One of the ones that come all the way down like that. It's absolutely savage. But yeah, I want one that comes out like this, and we're just gonna be like the Mustache Boys. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Okay, a horseshoe. That's what he said. It's a horseshoe. Boom. There you go. Shout out to Bailey. All right, let's see. Horseshoe mustache. Yeah, let's go. All right. Oh, Fu Manchu. That's what I said. Is that like another way of saying horseshoe? I don't know. But let's see. Next altcoin is going to be Link. I was actually looking at Link a little bit earlier just for my own personal pleasure, which I do very rarely now. Usually when I'm looking at the charts, well, it is for my personal pleasure. I just share my my pleasure with the world here now. I'm lucky enough to do that. But yeah, I was just looking like, let me just look at Chainlink. Like, I'm not looking to inform anybody. I just want to check out what it looks like for myself. And I actually thought to myself, I was like, wow, I haven't done this in a very long time. But let's go ahead, clear our TA, and start off all fresh. Let's see. Daily. Yeah, guys, I mean, Chainlink has just been sitting in this, like, accumulation zone, just chilling. Let's pull that range, right? Like, beautiful highs, beautiful lows. Pretty good. Very low, very small deviations for the most part for a range this big. Money flow cruising to the upside here. Green dot print confirmed on your daily. Money flow coming back up. That's a pretty good sign in my opinion. And just overall, guys, when looking at this price action, where is your most important level of where is your most important level of support? It's going to be the point of control, not only of the local range, but just of your visible range, right? We could zoom out even more. And yeah, your like high volume node, your highest volume node is still right here. Let's zoom out even more. Even more. Yeah, like your highest volume node is all the way up here, guys. This is a massive, shall I say colossal high volume node that we need to stay above. Once we get above this level, we've done it before, but then we always get sucked right back to it, right? So we got out again here, ripped out of the value area, ripped right back around, came right down, straight back towards that POC. We're getting another bounce. Are we going to get sucked right back towards that POC? Are we going to do the same thing where we deviate and then get sucked right back to the POC? Well, I don't know, but we can analyze the indicators and the charts to give you a better idea. Let's see. 4 hour looking, 4 hour printing that red dot. Taking a look at the 15-minute money flow generally coming out. I would actually, I would potentially look for a little bit of a move down here. I'm going to go ahead and analyze this uptrend locally. Go ahead and turn this to 100 on our volume profile. Yeah, I would look. Yeah, I would look for a move down on Chainlink locally here. Not financial advice. This does not mean that you cannot break up higher. But yeah, I would look for, 15-minute, looking for the red dot. No bearish divergence or anything like that. But money flow is coming out. This is a pretty bad sign when you have that 4 hour red dot printing. You have a whole hour for this money flow to cross over into the red on the 4 hour. However, so I would look for a local move down based off of that money flow crossing into the red on the 15-minute. But here's the thing. Look at the 4 hour money flow, guys. This would indicate the longer-term trend, right? If this money flow continues into the green here, we may be able to get above. We may be able to get above this high volume node and maybe even hold up here and continue a little bit higher. And that is based off the 4 hour money flow, but very locally. Red dot on the 4 hour with 15-minute money flow coming out. We all know that that is a pretty powerful signal that more downside is to come. And what I would kind of look for here is a potential swing failure. I would be careful here. And I do want to be very, very clear, guys. Like, even Chainlink right now is not the clearest chart to read. But if we wind up, change this to, come on. There we go. What I would look for here is, and let me pull a fib as well. Yeah, look at that, guys. Right up against your golden pocket. So what I would be careful of here is a potential, like your 2-hour looking for the green dot, your 1-hour green dot printing. If you get a move up before that 4-hour winds up bringing you down big time, or brings you down more, I should say, like gives you a bigger move down, you are set up here to potentially put in a bearish divergence with higher highs on your price, and this momentum wave specifically on the 1 hour is set up to give you almost a perfect bearish divergence. So if you see something like this on the 1 hour, it would be a strong indication that you were going to reverse back to the downside. Now, with that being said, I would also be careful. Like, if you see price come up, I would be careful for a potential push up towards that 786. With the way money flow looks on the 15-minute, and with the 4-hour red dot printing, I think it is a little less likely to get that shot up to that 786 just because it's so far away. Like right now, we're sitting at about $7.75 or $7.73. We're all the way up at $8.12 up here for the 786. I don't know if it's likely that you get up there. But what I would look for here is a potential bearish divergence to come in and put that higher high in, just because this 1 hour is set up for a perfect bearish divergence. And then if you wind up getting that, I would probably target locally to come back down and test this massive high volume node. And if we pull a fib from our kind of start of the trend there, you can see that golden pocket comes right in on that high volume node. So not a trade signal, guys. Not a trade signal. I am not telling you to take this trade. I am not taking this trade. But for example, if I were looking to take this trade, I would be looking for something like this. Let's say we come up and we put in that bearish divergence. We get an entry somewhere over here. Our stop loss could be somewhere above these highs. Just be careful that you're not setting it where everybody else is setting it. You don't want to be the liquidity that just gets stopped out before reversing. But this is honestly not really a risk to reward that I would be interested in. I don't really like, I like to have much bigger risks, much better risk to reward ratios here. But it's a 2.1, not too bad. But something like this wouldn't be the worst idea, in my opinion, for me, not for you. This is not a trade signal. There's things that need to happen before you get into this trade. We could wind up getting exactly what we're looking for, a move up to this area, test that golden pocket again, and potentially put that higher high in. But if we don't get other confirmations that we need to see, price might just rip up through here. So it's not just as simple as wait till you get to this level and then short. You have to find your confirmations, which in this case could be a bearish divergence on the 1 hour, but I would just be careful, right? Like, this is not a trade signal. I'm not telling you to take this trade. This is an example. But there you go. That's something that I would look for. And again, really looking to target really that golden pocket. Your 786 could be a, for TPs here, I'll just talk about this briefly. Like for a TP, I would make this probably a TP, right? Maybe have another one at the 786, and then maybe even another one at the POC. And obviously, these are all going to be dependent on your risk tolerance and all that good stuff. But there you go. Like, you could wait. Maybe if you were looking to come all the way back down to the POC, that could be your full trade setup, but you're locking in profits at your first take profit here, and then moving your stop loss to your entry, and then you have a risk-free guaranteed winning trade. So there you go. That's kind of something I would look at, but I won't be taking that trade, right? This is just an example. If I were to take a trade like that, that's what I would look for a potential short. All right, let's see. The weekly chart for Link. Someone said red dot looking to print on your weekly. That would be a little bit more bearish. I mean, in the bearish case for Link would be a return to the macro POC and then a return to the macro value area low. Which I would be looking for some serious longs down here if we got all the way back down there. And actually, your money flow coming back out on the weekly, that doesn't look too pretty. But, these lower daily time frame, I mean, even your 3-day, you are still getting somewhat of mixed signals here, guys. I'll be honest with you. But that's what I would look for on Link locally. We'll have to check in on it tomorrow to see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and check ADA, and then we'll go ahead and check Pepe. All right, let's see. All right. Bada boom. Whoops. Bada boom. There we go. Okay. Taking a look at the daily. Green dot. Money flow crossing. Yeah, green dot confirmed. Money flow crossing over into the green on the daily. That is a good sign, indicating we may be able to kind of continue this trend. Take a look at the 16-hour, looking to roll over. 12-hour, looking to roll over. 10-hour, looking for the red dot. 4-hour, probably printing. Oh, God, VWAP flip on the... Oh, God. Guys, these altcoins are a mess right now. Green dot, red dot, getting faked out left and right. But, yeah, your 5-hour, your 6-hour, your 8-hour is cooling off. Very hot, Mrs. Candles, right? Did they fix the AC? No, it was on before. I don't know why I turned off. But anyway, guys, yeah, VWAP's coming down here on the 6-hour, the 5-hour, and your 4-hour is getting a VWAP flip here. But I would be careful here. This is not confirmed yet. Money flow coming up. ADA looking a little bit confusing. 2-hour money flow crossed over into the green. Kind of the same deal going on here with ADA. Yeah, this money flow on the 3-hour doesn't look bad. 4-hour money flow doesn't look horrible either. Yeah, money flow doesn't look that bad. I would be careful of a potential cool-off. But what I would look for that cool-off, guys, we actually have this printing potentially very soon here on Cardano. If we look locally, if we look locally here, pulling our local range and then changing our, changing our value area back to 70. Let's see here. 70. Bada boom, bada bing. So what's happening here, guys? Let's come down to the 15-minute. What is going on here? We do have higher highs on our price action. Lower highs on our momentum waves. Money flow generally trending to the downside. This would indicate a move down. And on top of that, if you come to the 1-hour, you are getting something very similar, at least on your momentum waves. You are getting lower highs on your momentum waves with higher highs on your price action, giving you a potential bearish divergence to print here. And if this VWAP rolls back over and you get that bearish divergence to print, we could potentially look for a rejection from this level to come back down. And if we get accepted back below this value area high, we could come back down towards the POC and even potentially that value area low. And when we zoom out a bit, we can try to see if that makes sense. Because again, looking at the 4-hour money flow coming up, your 3-hour and 2-hour money flow, or 2-hour in the green, 3-hour money flow crossing up, which would indicate that this trend may continue up. If we look at our fibs, can we find confluence for a potential, confluence at this value area low that would indicate that this will be a good place to pull back to before continuing higher? So coming back to the 1-hour, let's go ahead and pull some fibs. Let's pull it from the absolute low to the high. That does not get us anywhere near where we need to be. So I'm going to pull it from this impulse to the high, and we come down. I mean, this is the level I would look at right here. If you do come down, I would look for a bounce at this level. So maybe if you do get if you are able to get a move from down here back to your value area low, maybe you get a wick or a deviation down into this level to put in a higher low and then continue to the upside. And then if you come down to a lower level, we may be able to pull a fib a little bit more locally. And I can almost guarantee you at some point we're going to be able to get a fib up there at that value area low, or at least close. This is really the level I would look at. Right, boom, right here. I would look at both of these levels. However, when you're looking at the local price action like we were just looking at on the 15-minute, I would actually, can I make these? Let me darken these up, guys. Boom. Okay, just so we could see the volume a little bit better. Okay, so there you go. If we get that rejection, I will look for a move down. If we lose the value area low, I would look for a move down to that golden pocket. And then even if we get a deviation below, I would look for a bounce off that golden pocket. And again, that 1-hour bear div is something I would look at for that move back to the downside. But it's not printing yet. You got to wait for it to print. And like, does it make sense? Money flow coming out on the 15-minute overall, 4-hour. Really depends on if that green dot confirms or not in about 43 minutes. So, yeah, that's what I would be looking at on Chainlink. A lot of these things look pretty messy right now, guys. I'll be 100% honest with you. So there you go. All right, let's see. Text says, what's a valuria? All right, let's see. Let's see. Good afternoon, gang. Always good to be back. Shout out to Jamal. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you, brother. Let's go ahead and move on to Pepe. Pepe is going to be the last altcoin for tonight, guys. Pulling up the infamous meme frog here. God, I hate when these coins just... Mimi? That's not what I meant. PP is what I meant. Let's take a look at the Bitcat chart. There we go. It's a much prettier chart to look at. Okay. All right, taking a look at Pepe. I mean, hey, we haven't looked at Pepe in quite some time, but what I will say is our value area, it remains to be respected, right? Nothing has really happened. We got a giant, massive, bazillionaire making pump here. And then we got a reversal back down to the value area low, back up to the value area high, and now we are simply on our way back down to the value area low. Are we going to make it all the way down to that low, or are we going to... Yeah, hard to say. Let's see here. 10-hour VWAP coming out. Yeah, I would look for a move back down to the low of this range, guys. Let's pull our fib here. A little boom, a little bada bing. Getting a bounce off that 786. Yeah. Ooh. 4-hour. Red dot printing. 15-minute. Money flow crossing over into the red. I would potentially look for a bigger move down here. You're probably getting a golden pocket retracement right now. Rejecting off that golden pocket. There it is. Getting pretty close. But, yeah, 5-hour looking for the red dot. 6-hour looking for the red dot. I would look for Pepe to cool off just a little bit here. I would look for, if you lose this 786, next likely place for price to go is going to be that point of control. So the levels are kind of obvious here. I'm actually, let me see if I can, I think MEXC has more price action. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's short on Pepe. Hot dang. All right. So, yeah, take a look at the back of the daily. Pull the range. Yeah. Yeah, bounce off the low, back to the POC. Range looks a little different here. So actually, guys, I would say this. Looking at this range with more price action, yeah, getting a bounce off that 786, very interesting. If you could reclaim this golden pocket, I would actually look at the opposite. I would look for a move up to the POC. It makes a little bit more sense, too. Only because, yeah, green dot on the daily, money flow coming back up, 12-hour money flow also cruising back up. Yeah, this looks boring and yeah. I think it's a slow grind. I think it's likely to be a slow grind, right? Like you're probably it's going to be a brutal chart to watch. Like it's going to be boring and ugly. You're probably going to come up and then back down and then back up and then back down and then back up and then back down and then slowly grind. It's going to be this looks like nothing is screaming upside. Money flow is slowly trending to the upside. That does indicate to me, and just based off the volume profile, we never tested the high. You held the lowest support, came to the POC, clung to the POC, got rejected, and now you could be putting in a higher low here on that 786 to get a move back up to your value area high. But I would not expect this to happen quickly. I would expect this to be very long and boring. Yeah, this could be where you put your higher low in. But I would probably expect something like this, like days and weeks of just nothingness. And then maybe you get a little pump up and then back down. And then just kind of slowly over time do something like that. But yeah, nothing really screaming to me. I would say locally in the short term, I would look for a potential. Yeah, I'd wait for that. Yeah, 4-hour red dot's likely to kind of cool you off a little bit. But yeah, I would be sideways and sluggishly bullish. That's what I would say. Sideways and sluggishly bullish on Pepe. So there you go. Shout out to, I forget who asked for this one, but shout out to you, bro. We got your back out here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. But guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Let's go ahead and, not the La 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 song, it's so freaky. We're going to pull up that picker wheel, guys, and start spinning that wheel. Let the beat bang in the background while I pull this up. Let's go. This one's for you, Brad. And Dave Digital. Let's go. Creighton C says he's gonna leave early. I wouldn't put money on that just yet. Yeah, let's go. I wouldn't put money on that just yet, Creighton. It's not over yet. It's not over till the fat guy says hasta pasta. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on here. All right, how many likes did we get tonight, guys? Let's check it out. 445, guys. If we could run it up to 550 before we get if we can run up to 550 before we run out of the spins here, I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and spin that wheel 10 times. I don't know if we'll get there, but I think we can. Creighton C said, yeah, you're not going to make it. Love it when the beats are pumping behind your voice. Oh, hey, we can let it roll. Should we? I actually sing this song, guys. There we go. Spin numero uno. Let's get it.
Where you from?
Such a good song. Even if it's la la la. Let's go. Oh, give him a giveaway, baby. Let's get it. It's an Aztec and Cactus Mosswater type of song, guys. Quarter Crawler says, oh, Frankie dropping heat rock. Let's go. It's good luck. You're right. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick Leishman. He knows how to get those giveaways. Ace says, smash that like button, fellas. It's the least you can do for this unadulterated sauce. And you still get to win some free crypto. Come on. Let's go. Shout out to Ace. I appreciate you, bro. And guys, I think this music might be good luck. Here we are. 4 for 4. Last spin. Can we go 5 for 5? Let's go. Let's go. Bing bong. Give it to him, baby. Bing bong. Oh, I just threw that all off camera, guys. I'm throwing all the money. Here we go. Let's go. Bing bong. 5 out of 5, guys. We haven't hit 5 out of 5. We haven't hit all our giveaways in quite some time. Let's go. Lurker alert. Let's go. All right, guys. With all that being said, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I actually am going to cruise out of here just a little bit early. Not too bad. I mean, by the time the fake out happens, it'll be a 2-hour live stream. But, guys, with all that being said, thank you all for tuning into today's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I don't just say that. I mean it. Yeah, guys, I would really watch. Let me pull up Bitcoin real quick. I'm not going to show you guys, but I just want to leave you guys with like a couple last parting words here. What were we looking at? Potential. Yeah, getting that little continued bounce off of that value area high. I would look for that move to potentially continue to move up, but watch that local golden pocket for a rejection. And look, you guys know the key levels. If we break below that value area high, that's where we're looking back down towards that POC and value area low to find support and potentially find a fresh long entry back to the upside. And with all that being said, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see every single one of you. I love each and every single one of you, and I will see you all tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. Also, before I dip, guys, we got some pretty exciting information coming out of Tony D. Very exciting collaboration coming in. I don't want to give too much away. This is somebody that we were, I did tell you guys, when we have a collab that we really, really want, sometimes I'll tell you guys to go blow up their comments or something. And I don't know if you guys did or not, but just coincidentally, I brought this up recently, and someone reached out for a collab. And I don't want to leak it a little. I don't know if I can leak it. Shout out to Tony D. Yes, shout out to Tony D. Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the stream, guys, Friday we will be doing a premiere, most likely. Tomorrow's going to be completely normal. But yeah, I'm going to see my nephew or meet my nephew for the first time. I'm nervous. I hope he likes me. What if he doesn't like me? Like, what if I pick him up and I'm like, oh, you're so cute, and he's just like, nah, and he just throws up on me? Does that mean he doesn't like me? I have no idea how kids work, guys. How do you hold them? I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm like, yeah, I'm nervous. Two-finger Tony. But guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Get excited for that collab. I don't know, Tony D, I don't know if I can leak that, so I won't. But Frankie the Funkle is in full action, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, 5:45. You know the rest. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you listen to it again, guys. Okay, wait, so do I have to put my arms like this first? How does it work?
Under the head.
Under the head? Where's it? Okay, this is his head?
This is his head. Yeah.
Like this? Like this?
Yeah.
Am I gonna break it?
No.
Okay, hi buddy. It's your Funko Frankie. You okay? I don't want to break you. Am I allowed to touch his head like that? Like, what if that happens?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Is it good? You have to rock him or no?
No.
No, it's okay. No one rocking him.
You touch his feet.
Touch his feet?
Yeah.
No, I'm not ready. I'm not gonna touch his feet. That's gross. Okay, so like this. I'm a natural. Like I feel a little stiff though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a little close to your face.
Yeah, I don't. Is he gonna smell? Probably, right?
Good. He'll smell good.
He'll smell good,
Yeah.
like a new car.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I'm nervous. Oh. Hey, what's up, guys? Just practicing trying to hold a baby, guys. Never held a baby, and I don't know how to do it, and I'm scared. Luckily, Mrs. Candles knows how to hold them, I hope. No, they smell like poop and baby powder. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I gotta go, though. I saw hair. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous to hold him. I don't know. But yeah, I gotta get back to this water bottle practice, guys. Frankie's faff. Faff. Fun uncle. I don't know how to say. I don't know what that means. Shout out to Sir Quest. But guys, I gotta go continue this baby holding practice. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the